I used to not give much attention to the word praise, but honestly, it might be one of the most powerful things you're not doing to yourself, by the way. I think we all have this relatable story. I once worked under a boss who barely even knew I existed. They barely treat their workers as another human being. So what happens is my coworkers usually ended up either like stealing things from them. So while after I worked there, the business went bankrupt. Not because my coworkers were stealing things, by the way, it's just that the business was not making enough money. So think about a manager who only ever points out your mistakes. You ended up doing the bare minimum, you stopped trying, because why would you put in more when all that gets noticed is what went wrong, right? Now what if that manager catches the small things that you're doing in a good way? They mentioned that what you're doing is handled really well, or they noticed the things that you're doing and said, that's amazing. Suddenly the urge to do more is there. You started taking initiative and you're repeating what got recognized. Because of that, the standard ultimately rises without pressure, because what gets acknowledged gets repeated. That's the law of the praise, or what I call the magic lamp. And it works exactly the same inside your head. We're so trained to scan what's wrong. And it's not our fault. Sadly, society is just this way. We notice what hasn't arrived, what we messed up. We're constantly auditing our failures and barely glancing at our wins, especially the tiniest wins. But when you focus on the things that you're not doing or the things that you failed at, you're contracting. You're like training your brain to think smaller every single time. And because of that, you're dreaming smaller, meaning that less opportunities are gonna reach you. Not because the universe is not on your side, but that's just how the mechanism works. Now, genuine praise, on the other hand, does the opposite. When you actually acknowledge something within you, whether that be a small win, a moment of showing up, even just the fact that you tried, your energy rises, your mind becomes more open. Ultimately, you become more receptive to what's already on its way to you. Now, the keyword here is genuine. So not just praise from the lips, but you have to mean it, even if you have to work towards your way because you've been self-sabotaging this whole time. The magic lamp isn't something you carry around and rub to summon wishes, even though a lot of people's perspective on Aladdin lamps granting wishes is because it was made of magic. But no, it wasn't just the magic, but it was the act that causes the magic. The rubbing of the lamp, or the action of touching the lamp. I don't know how to make it sound neutral, but you get it, the engagement with the lamp. And that's like praise. You're not just praising someone or yourself in order to get what you want, but it comes from genuine acknowledgement that raises your frequency high enough to receive what's already on your way. You're part of the creation of your own dream reality, and the whole of creation responds to that praise. So start with yourself.